Oh, Ultimate Team, the game mode where you can get the world-class footballers and make your dream team. And it's still pretty shit. So, time for another FIFA 21 wishlist video, this time on the biggest game of the FIFA, which is Ultimate Team, and I'll be saying 6 changes that Ultimate Team needs to improve for FIFA 21. The first change being card saturation. EA really outdid themselves this year, with promos such as Future Stars where you could use Wonder Kids of today with stats as if they were the world-class players that they could be. Of course, one of the oldest promos, which is Ultimate Scream with temporary boost during Halloween, which is actually a pretty cool one. Then, of course, you've got the one to watch, which is transferred players. Oh, you've got the Team of the Year, then the Footsmiths with Team of the Year, Team of the Season so far. I just can't keep the fuck up! So, it is therefore a problem since it is hard to keep up with all these promos. But the real problem arises in the transfer market. Let me explain this. With so many cards out all the time means it's more of a chance for people to make coins. The more coins you have, the better players you can buy. But let's take this for example. Certain players get so many different promo cards, which makes their prices fluctuate. So, with such a fluctuation in prices, their normal card, for example a Ronaldo or an Mbappe, tends to go down, because people want to get the better version of Mbappe and Ronaldo. Meaning, at a certain stage in the game, everyone can have these players because they become so bloody cheap. Let me give you an example. I played this game for about 50 games at the beginning of the game when it released. I didn't like it, so I stopped playing it. The best player I had was Neymar because I packed him. Since lockdown and since coronavirus, I decided to pick up the game again, and within 4 weekend leagues, my team looked like this. I consider myself a pretty good player, above average, since I got Gold 1 or Elite 3 every weekend. But there is no way that within a month, I should be able to acquire a team like this. In the earlier FIFAs, having players like this actually felt prestigious in your team since it was so rare. Now it is way too common, which brings me on to my next point. Game modes. Competition is pretty much chugged down our throats. Pretty much like beer since the pubs reopened. Julian! So you either play FUT Champs or you play Division Rivals, and they're both just so sweaty. Due to your rewards, everyone of course wants to have the best team possible, since in this game you really need to have the meta players to compete. So with so many promos continuously happening and the prices fluctuating so much, everyone tries to get that God Squad. Because of these meta players, it tends to make the game repetitive, because you come up against these, and this, and this, and... Surprise, motherfucker! NANI?! So yeah, you just come up against the same teams over and over again, and just makes the game boring. Of course you can play the draft, but for 15k or a draft token, it's not really worth the rewards. Now, what I think they need to do is bring back the cups with restrictions. They didn't actually update these that often, but it actually meant that the game was replayable. Because if you wanted to play the silver tournament, you can make a silver team and you come up against just silver teams. It makes the games more interesting, because you can make different kinds of teams and you know you won't get fucked over. Like, if I wanted to make right now a Porto team as a Porto fan, there is no way I'm playing FUT Champs because it will just be too stressful. I'll just come up against crazy God Squads and just not enjoy my experience. I'd go as far as saying has changed the restrictions on FUT Champs every other week. Apart from the qualification ones, of course, where they have to qualify for, their tournaments. Just make maybe one FUT Champs you can only use English players or only silver players or only something different, because at the moment everyone makes the same kind of teams. And if you want to be weird and make a different kind of team, unless you are a pro player, you're most likely not going to have fun because you can't use them anywhere. This would help everyone. It would help the game be replayable. It would help fans from different countries, for example, Portuguese fans like me where our players are shite, or Belgium fans from the Belgium League, who knows? And also it would help the skillers be able to maybe go in with a silver skill team and make some good content. Remove chemistry styles. Alright, some of you might be thinking, what the fuck are you talking about? But hear me out. We've already got to deal with these amount of promos which basically make even a championship player into a world-class player, which becomes impossible to play against. What's even worse than that is coming up against an average gold player with a chemistry style. So, it's a bit like catfishing, You look at him and you think, oh, he's good, but he's beatable. Fucking smack a shadow on him and this cunt's a cunt. So yeah, if you want to see this in more detail, head over to FUTBin and check what chemistry style does to each player, but it just makes the game crazy unbalanced, and that's not what we want. Next point is servers. Swiftly moving on to Customization. Customization in FUT has literally been the same for years. You can change your badge, your kit and your stadium, and now they've added tifos and banners from the season pass. However, it's all to do with real life or weird things from the season pass that you can get, so nothing too special and you can't create your own. We really just want to create our own kits and our own badges, but unfortunately FIFA are unable to create this into their game. Or just plain fucking lazy. They literally have what we want in pro clubs. You can create your own kit and your badge. Okay, so just transfer that into Ultimate Team and you make us all happy. And make some of these things unlockable so we can grind towards it. Like the season pass, you can unlock a different kind of night kit or a different color scheme or a sponsor to add on your kit. Something to add customization to it. Furthermore, I think the fact that we can't customize our stadium or build it up does not make Ultimate Team feel like you're creating a club. It literally just feels like I'm collecting match attacks. There are legit phone apps that you can create your own stadium in. Just saying, yeah. But therefore, customization needs to be addressed. It needs to be improved and it needs to be more for the player to create their own stuff. Relating back to the game modes, imagine if they added a Champions League into it, and if you won the Champions League, you could actually put on your kit the Champions League badge that you won from winning the tournament. See, stuff like that. Just link stuff together, make the game grindable, because at the moment it's fucking boring. On to my final point, rewards. You've just sweated out the weekend league, got the best rank you've ever gotten, and still pack absolute shit all. Something that happens way too often. And I have a theory that I've had for many FIFAs. I think that having a bad record or less games played equals better pack luck. Now, hear me out. If you follow pages on Twitter like this, and then you check out when they ask for people's rewards, and they tweet out their rank and their rewards, you see that people with the lowest rank tend to get better rewards more often. Now, why is that? My theory is that EA actually improved the pack luck for the lesser players, so it increases their chances of buying more packs, wanting to play the game more. While higher skill players don't always need the better players straight away, because they're most likely going to get them just for the sheer purpose that they play the game so much. So think about it, me that a player that didn't play the game for the majority of the year, comes back to it after the lockdown, during coronavirus, I'm like, okay, let's get onto this. I play one weekend league and then I pack team of the season, Kevin De Bruyne. And because of that, I actually want to play the game more and buy more packs. But yeah, pretty good business strategy if you ask me. Anyway, just summary is, just make rewards better for the better players and just make rewards not as good for the lesser players. Someone that gets Silver 1 or Silver 2 should never ever be packing a Ronaldo. And someone that gets Elite should never ever be packing a fucking goalkeeper from Team of the Season. So yeah, that is all from me. Those are 6 changes to FUT that I'll make straight away for FIFA 21. I think it improved the game dramatically. If you've got any ideas or you disagree with anything or you want a counter argument, make sure to put the comments down below. I think it's good for the community to get together on this and just share it out. Share it out so maybe we could get EA to see this and pull their finger out their arse. If you enjoy my content, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe for more, and check out my other social media such as Twitter and TikTok, and I also live stream on Twitch. So yeah guys, that's all from me and see you later.